All right, so today I'm going to unveil one of the most minimalist, easy to manage ways to keep water running in your van and keep yourself hydrated, and to do it without needing any sort of like external facilities like that RVs might or actually will require, to fill up like fresh water and to empty out gray water. I don't have one of those systems because I don't need it. And like I said, it makes life so much easier, especially in the winter. You don't have nearly as much stuff to winterize, and you have so much less risks of getting leaks. And also with the fact that I have a foot pump instead of an electric pump for water, makes it a lot more efficient. Like, you're not wasting water, and also you're saving on electricity. So the method that I'm using to make sure that my van and I stay hydrated, it's very simple. I have these Reliance containers, okay? So they're 10 liters, if I'm not mistaken. You can buy them at Canadian Tire, or I'm guessing at Walmart. So basically, I have 3 of them. You can get more if you want. But what I do is I have a sort of system, and I'm gonna edit some B-roll so you guys can see what I'm talking about, where I connect the foot pump. Like, it's literally designed for that. Well, it's not designed for that. I actually had to like get some plumbing accessories to make this work. But basically, it pumps water out of the Reliance container into my sink. So basically, the same water that I drink is the same water that I use to like wash my hands and to like, rinse off my dishes, which is not that much, because the only thing I'm washing is like knife and cutting board that I'm using to cut fruit and stuff. The rest I just buy at the grocery store, and there's no other washing required. So that's pretty much my system. Very minimalist, very effective. And how I fill up these containers, you could just go to any grocery store, and even some Walmarts have it. Well, not all grocery stores will have it, but most of them will. In the States, they have these Primo machines. And in Canada, there's a bunch of different companies there, but basically it's like a reverse osmosis machine. So you get the cleanest possible water, you fill up your containers, and every time one is empty, you just fill up the other one. And I fill up my water bottles from the sink, I wash my hands. So it's the same water that no matter what. And if I wanted to like wash myself in there for some reason, I would just heat up some of that water with the tea kettle, get a cloth, and like wash myself with it. But the truth is, I just shower at the gym because I have a membership at Anytime Fitness. So we don't need a shower, a nice cramped up shower that can potentially leak and cause more humidity buildup inside the van. So I did a video talking specifically about that. I'll leave a link to it if you guys are debating whether to have a shower in there or not. But that's pretty much all there is to it. So all I have to do is, once those containers are empty, I make a habit of like refilling them. If you're gonna be keeping them in there in the winter, you ideally don't wanna have more than the one you're using filled up, because the rest of them are probably gonna freeze. So that's something to keep in mind. But in the summer, then just have them filled as much as possible. That way, if one ever runs out, you could just swap it out for the other one. And so far, I've had 0 leaks in the van. It's a very efficient plumbing system. It's very simple, gets the job done, no electricity required, and conserves the maximum amount of water. And it's obviously good for the environment, right? So I hope that resonates with you. If you have any questions or any tips of your own that you might want to add, we'd love to hear about what your setup for water looks like inside your camper van. So let us know in the comments. But other than that, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys, that's it for this one. If you're building something that's meant to last, whether it's a camper van, a business, or just a better way of living, I'm glad you're here. Everything I use, recommend, or offer is linked in the description. Take what works, build your own blueprint, and I'll see you in the next one.